In this quick video guide, we're going to explore a little bit of the geometry nodes in Blender. And we can see here a couple of them. One is for creating ropes, the other one is to create a table. And if we go here in the modifiers, we can see these are um, changeable and are editable just by using these parameters. So this is what is called parametric design. Let me just turn off the render so we can see a little less quality in the render, but we can see better what's happening in there. So essentially, generative design or procedural design or parametric design is for managing and editing without actually going into edit mode and working with faces and points and edges, which is like a more classic way to model. And so let's get started. Before we get in here, let me just create a new scene and let me see here. Okay, well, I'm gonna delete the cube because we don't need it. And I'm using Blenderkit for this video guide because now Blenderkit offers a new section which is called the Find Tool sections. And in these tool sections, you will find procedural, parametric, and other stuff which is related to this topic. And I'm gonna use here the table first, which is the first one that you should see. Otherwise, you can just search in Blenderkit. Now, if you don't have Blenderkit, we dedicated other video guides in Blenderkit. If you don't have it, just go on the web and search for it. So Blenderkit or Blenderkit add-on, and it should be in the first result. Just get into the website, click on this download Blenderkit button, and you will download a zip file that then you can install. And there is like this quick video showing you how to do it, but also I'm gonna show it to you because I think it's a little bit different in the latest version of Blender. And so I'm gonna close this and quickly I wanna show you some procedural 3D or procedural design or procedural modeling examples. So essentially what we're talking about is modeling objects not through like a standard way of modeling using polygonal modeling or faces and points and edges. So you can see here also if you search polygonal modeling versus procedural modeling, you can see the difference. So here we are working with a procedure or with like algorithms, and in this case in Blender they are called nodes, but essentially these are like values or nodes representing values, nodes representing parameters, and then you can create some really complex stuff using this. And it's also called generative because it generates geometry, and you don't need to like extrude and create yourself. You just like propagate an information or a data or value that is in a node. So if you search for parametric 3D design, you can see some examples of how it's been used. Also, a good modeler for this is called Grasshopper, and it's available in Rhino, and it creates similar structures. So it can be used for design, architecture, etc., etc. Can be called procedural 3D, can be called parametric, can be called generative. These are pretty similar terms. So let's get back into Blender. And so how do we install Blenderkit? You go to Edit, Preferences, and in the add-ons, now this is a little bit changed over time. So right now you need to go in this little arrow and click on Install from Disk. And in my case, I've downloaded this in my download folder, so I can select the zip folder. Don't unzip this, otherwise you won't see it, and then install from disk. I've seen some Mac user, they don't find this or having problems because it's automatically unzipped. So you need to rezip it if you're using Mac. Okay, so once you install this, it's gonna be found at the top. So all you need to do is just, expand it like this. Sometimes can be closed like this, and activate the stripe with this little eye, and just go here in the nodes. And okay, so I don't know why. Oh, yeah, we have only 3 results because I've searched for the table here, which is the one I'm going to use. Now, if you click and drag this inside, nothing will happen at first. So you can do it many, many times. And it's different from when you use, for example, the objects or the scenes or the materials. Usually when you drag and drop this stuff from Blenderkit, you will see it right away. Well, it's not like this for the nodes. So or the tools as they are called in here. So let me also drag and drop the rope, which is the other one. There you go. So this is called procedural table. And then we have like this rope generator. So you can see generative generator, generative design, etc., etc. And we don't see nothing again. So how do we get them in the scene? Okay, let's close this stripe and let's add. We need to add a mesh plane for the table, and we need to add a curve for the rope. And we don't have any interesting rope right now, but you can choose any of these. Let's say I'm gonna start with a Bezier curve, which is gonna go right there. Okay, now the next step is to transform this into the table or this into the rope is to select it, and then we go here on the right side of the screen, go into the modifiers. In the modifiers, we add new modifier, and these are like the more classic modifiers here, like generate, deform, etc. And also now we have geometry nodes. So if I click here, now I'm gonna have this modifier that I can turn on and off, etc., etc. But it's empty at the moment. So to assign one, I either create a new one myself, or I click here and I choose. And you can see I can see both of the two that I have downloaded. So rope generator and procedural furniture. So let's go for table procedural furniture, and there it is right away. And now I can play with the leg thickness. So again, I cannot model this directly in here. I need to access the nodes or just the parameters that are like the user-friendly or the, let's say, the front end of what happens in the back end of the nodes. So I can play around here, make it thinner, thicker, increase the number of elements in the of the planks, the spacing between them, etc., etc. And also it has a material, which is this material wood, and I cannot see it directly here, so I need to click and assign it in a way. We can say that, so I can now see it. And if to see this properly, I need to go to the third sphere or the fourth, which is the render one, but I'm gonna stay here in the material preview. And you can see this is also like generated and or procedural, because it's not like a texture, but it's a mixture of different noises. So if I play around with this, I can generate infinite possibilities, and that's the power of generative design or procedural versus, in this case, like the standard texture way to create materials. Okay, where do we see the nodes once we have placed them inside our project? Here in the geometry nodes. I select the object, and in this interface, you have like here the spreadsheet with some data extracted from the nodes, and down here you have the nodes, but we don't see anything. So I'm just gonna go to view and frame selected or frame all. There you go. So that's the scheme that has been used to generate the various parts of this model, starting from, you can see like a simple cube, and then going through all these process, all these algorithms. This is also called visual scripting, because we can visualize what we're doing in terms of writing. It's like writing codes, but less difficult and more visual. So it's helping us to do all these processes and define an algorithm, not just with numbers, but with visual scripting, visual elements that we can play with, which are the nodes. And that's just a brief introduction, a brief explanation of what's happening in here. Now for the rope, we need the curve. So we can select the curve again, go to the modifier, add geometry nodes modifier, and add the downloaded 0 curve to rope generator, and there it is. And again, we have a bunch of parameters here we can play with, and we can also go and proceed this by going into edit mode and choosing, for example, this point, and let's do the extrude to cursor feature. So I just click and you can see I can continue to place points. I can also click and drag to position new points for this curve. And there it is. So we have now our table, we have our rope, we can switch in cycles and have a better rendering. And again, this is just a brief explanation of how geometry nodes work and how we can get it easily now from Blenderkit in Blender. So this will be all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to support us, join the channel, check our other video courses and video guides. Thanks again, see you in the next guide.